And I say that this Snow White is anti-feminist. This character, she does... Elves. Is there anything more overrated? For all of my elvish viewers out there, unless you're Legolas, Arwen, or Galir, you're overrated. And I would ask you to unsubscribe and stop watching my content. Except I need the subscribers, so don't leave. Why am I ranting about elves when I'm watching Snow White? Well, if you've read the title of whatever I put in the title, you probably figured out that this movie does not have the 7 dwarfs. They've been replaced with dirty elves. And Snow White is blonde, because why not? And these aren't even like the cute elves that'll fit in the shoe, or the regular elves with amazing hair. This is just people with pointy ears. I've seen about 5 minutes of this movie, like years ago. Because as I said, I usually just care about the prince. So I saw the beginning and I saw the end, and the rest of it just looked really boring. And it's hypocritical of me to go on about the elves replacing the dwarfs, and really, I never cared about the 7 dwarfs at all. You know what? This isn't about me. This is about something greater than me. The only silver lining is I get to have waffles as my midnight snack. I need the sugar to get me through this. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying.
Long ago, a star
Narration.
burst from the heavens, fell to earth. Then the elves, each in
They just look
possession
like
of
humans.
an amulet containing the flame's power. But the humans have begun to enslave the elves and exploit their gifts.
Good.
There
I'm
are
kidding.
rumors that this is the
Okay. The whole minute is narration, and they just threw a bunch of facts at me. I need to go back and listen to that. I wasn't paying attention.
ago, a star burst from the heavens,
Star fell to
to
earth.
earth. The fallen star burned
And
as an
became
eternal light,
CGI
an ultimate
light.
source of power, which became known as the Viridian
Okay, you can get
Flame.
power from this, and they gave it a
From
fancy
this
name.
flame emerged 2 races. First, the reptilian beasts, defenders of the flame. Then the elves, each in possession of an amulet containing the flame's power. Some
Okay, and then
resolved
from
to
that
remain isolated, guarding
evolved
the flame where it
reptiles
dwelt, deep
and
in the
elves.
mountains of North Valley.
And that's it, just reptiles and
Most
elves. 2
chose
very
to live
distinct
among
things
humans
and nothing
in
else.
hope of a
Okay.
better life.
And they both
But
protect
the
the flames.
humans
The
have
elves have a
begun to
fancy
enslave
necklace
the
that they probably
elves
got
and
from Forever
exploit their
21.
gifts.
And they
There
use
are
the
murmurs
magic
that this
necklace.
is the beginning of the great prophecy. It tells of a mighty luminary who will rise in an era of great turmoil. This is where
Some
our
are woodland
story
elves and
begins.
others are living with humans. But humans are jerks, as they are in every movie with elves. And there's a prophecy of a chosen one. Maybe that's just me. That was a lot to take in. I need to be paying attention for this. Oh, is that the prince? Good.
They must have got away.
That's not the prince?
He wandered over the border into North
I hope that's not the prince.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure there's a true love's kiss in this one. I wasn't paying attention to who these guys are. Ooh, that's a lot of squishing sounds. Oh, is that Snow White's dad? I really wasn't paying attention.
Thee I invoke by the moonlit sea, the standing stone and the twisted tree. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is fairest of them all?
You are, my queen.
Is he watering the tree?
Very sorry,
Was
sire.
he really peeing
Was
on the
hunting
tree?
the beasts at the order of the queen.
Hunting on Northfalian land is considered an act of
Why?
So, I must find a way to make peace with the queen that is more lasting.
So it has to be a marriage then.
Whitevale covets our land. We have not the resources to fight them off.
It seemed beneficial for both kingdoms.
You're gonna marry the mom? That's your plan? I mean, she is young and attractive. Oh, that's
I must do what is right for the kingdom.
I like them. I like him. He's practical. None of this love stuff. Not gonna catch him singing a duet. Although I would like that. Yep, and all that goes out the window. And if you weren't attractive, she would find you pretty creepy. If you weren't the protagonist. How long does this go on? Still not as creepy as the other prince.
Though, of course, if you would like our help eradicating those beasts from your land, you have but to ask.
Thank you, but no. In my kingdom, we must live in harmony with all our creatures.
Why? I can't be a Disney princess. I'm too cynical for this. It's like the royal ring.
Audacity.
Oh, don't even pretend you don't want
You
to.
dare speak to me of marriage while my dear king lies nearly still warm.
I meant no offense.
Yeah, that is a little inconsiderate. Her husband is right there.
I do understand the...
So walk outside and propose again. Before he proposes to your stepdaughter.
Perhaps you would be our guest here at Whitevale.
Snow White, Princess of Whitevale.
Queen, you played it too safe. You should have just said yes before he saw her again.
Welcome home.
She doesn't seem that distraught. Isn't that her
The
dad?
Queen's daughter.
A step-daughter. Had a long trip.
Oh, you have been traveling abroad?
I've been at the convent.
Are they going to have this conversation in front of her dead dad?
No.
No,
Not impressed by the humming. Still not as creepy as the other prince.
I'm sorry, Princess.
The Queen sent me to a convent when I was a little girl. Soon after she married my father.
Okay, maybe that's why she's
There's
not
nothing for me here.
emotional about her dad dying. But still, that's her dad. You think she'd cry a
The most
little
wonderful
bit.
thing about White... My mother used to tell me a story about the Northvalian forest. That a star fell from the heavens and landed deep in the forest, where no human had ever set foot.
We already heard this.
And from that star sprang the elves and all their magic, as well as the beasts who guard them.
Oh my goodness,
And
this
that
movie
one
is going to
day,
repeat itself so
A
much.
mighty luminary would unite all creatures for 1,000 years of harmony.
This ring was my mother's. I would like you to have it.
Really?
It's a
Already?
token of my great esteem.
That didn't take much. I take back everything I said about you being practical.
Until we meet again.
tomorrow at noon.
There's no way you guys are meeting tomorrow at noon. Not for another boring conversation.
Let's get me back to the convent immediately.
So she agreed to go back to the convent, but you're still going to try to kill her? Yeah, you're still going to try to kill her. If you had just let her go back to the convent, none of what could have happened is going to happen. None of... How would you go overhand? You know, I shouldn't be telling him how to murder people, never mind. Okay, so maybe they're not just beasts, maybe the elves turn into them. Okay, that would make sense why you want to protect them. Okay. Getting his heart, I guess. Oh, don't bring the poor dogs into this. Ooh. You know what? Never mind.
Savor it, my dear.
What are those things? Oh, that's creepy. I'm gonna have nightmares about that.
Why are you headed with such purpose?
I must learn my fate, Hugh. I'm going to propose to Snow White.
But what about your engagement to the Queen?
She refused me, Hugh.
Yeah,
Thank the heavens.
he's off the hook.
Fates had another in mind for me.
She did refuse. He's off the hook. I still like the prince, though. He's dreamy, but they're all a little dreamy. Okay, not in that way. Like, this head is in the cloud, not that. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking. You know what? This is actually better. Instead of just repeating everything that we know. This is a smart choice.
My love has been taken.
Okay. You don't need to be that dramatic, though. This is why I'm too cynical to be a Snow White or a princess.
You dare bring a human in here?
She's injured. Can you heal her before Orlando returns?
Orlando.
He's not gonna like her.
We do not help humans.
In this type of movie, there's only two things for this character to do. The character is to hate the protagonist. He's gonna admit that he's wrong, and then he's gonna die.
By the moonlit sea, the standing stone and the twisted tree. Mirror, mirror.
I do like that rhyme.
Who is the fairest?
I'm not a fan of him, though.
Bring me the huntsman.
The huntsman is bad, so I don't feel badly about him getting whatever he's gonna get.
Please. Father, please. Leave now. What? And you must remember that I did not kill anybody. The Queen asked it of me.
No, don't try to make him sympathetic. He was definitely gonna kill this girl.
I took it to the north.
No, I don't feel sorry for him. No.
And then the green light blinded me just.
Ooh, I don't want to see those dogs again. Oh, I hate those things. I hope they die.
The Queen's men are all over the forest. Where do you think you're going?
Out with you? Or not?
We need you here.
Oh, they just communicate with the reptiles? Okay, no, that's not the reptile.
I need some air.
You just say I need some air
She will not wait
outside?
Sorry, who are you?
Brunt. That's what everyone calls me. My given name is Hagthorn.
A noble and sturdy plant.
Hagthorn. What is a hagthorn? I don't see a hagthorn plant.
Unleash the dog.
Ooh, how many times do we have to see these terrible dogs? You're wandering through the woods by yourself. That's not safe. Oh, I hope the prince kills them. Why do they keep calling them dogs? They're not dogs. I know what a dog looks like. Is he gonna find her already? I hope so. Don't do a jump scare. Don't do a jump scare. Don't do a jump scare. Oh. her. Okay, there we go. I like this prince. I got him for being creepy and being a little dreamy, romantic, but I like this prince. Yes! I really like him now. Oh, it's so loud. Snow White, why do you keep getting into trouble? How did he jump there?
In my kingdom, we must live in harmony with all our creatures.
Okay, now I'm confused. So I thought the elves kind of worked with them. And I thought they were supposed to be sympathetic towards them. But the prince just killed him. How are we supposed to feel about these beasts? He better not propose to the queen now that he knows she's alive. I thought Snow White was going to be the chosen one. Is she not going to do anything? I like Orlando. But I have a feeling he's going to die. I'm sorry, buddy.
It is dangerous. I will go alone then.
Go alone. You cannot last in that forest by yourself.
I will do.
We've already seen that. I hope she gets to see the prince. But I have a feeling she's not going to. He's probably not even there. He's probably wandering around. Okay, you were so confident that he liked you before. Come on. You know he likes you.
It is grief that caused your vision of Snow White. In fact, I myself often see my dear king as though he were right here with me.
This is so frustrating.
And you
She's right there.
Stop! In the name of the Queen!
Call out to the prince. He was right there. Did you run away? You know, I can see why they left you at home. All you've got is a slingshot.
He's a little elf, madam.
As in the prince's vision.
He is unconscious, ma'am. We'll load you in here.
Is he really that little?
You may stay.
I keep calling him the runt, but is he really that small?
Poor Agathon. I am to blame.
Yes, you are.
You kinda are.
Slip it on her finger and she will fall unconscious in moments. From there, she shall never awake.
Make this a sapphire.
So it's not an apple? Why is this even Snow White at this point?
Turn me into a crow.
Why not? At this point. Sure, you can be a crow. Oh, a crone like an old lady. I thought it was the bird. Okay. Okay. Okay, I do kind of get why she would trust her because that is the ring that she wants, because that's what the prince has. But that doesn't look like an old lady at all.
Snow White.
Snow White is just full of bad ideas in general. She better not be the chosen one. There hasn't been one good idea that she's followed through with. Is this really supposed to be touching, though? I feel like they haven't gotten a chance to know her. I don't think they even like her that much. And yet they're still more sad than she was for her dad. That rhymes. Now the prince is gonna show up. Is he gonna replace the ring with his own ring? Oh, he better do it quickly.
The wedding will be in 2 days' time.
He is getting married. You know that she's alive. It's not an illusion.
Where did you get that? So he killed her?
No, he planned to, but he did not.
And she's still alive.
You know you didn't see a vision of her.
We are expected for dinner. Where are you going?
Here we go.
What shall I
Here we
tell
go. Here we go. Yes, he's gonna replace the ring. I thought it was gonna be True Love's kiss, though. Do I still not get that? Man, we're 0 for 5. That doesn't count. Okay, it doesn't count if you kiss her after she wakes up. Doesn't count. No, wait, hasn't really done anything. That's disappointing. She didn't even help the runt with the mending that he had to do. She didn't clean the house and whistle, talk to the animals, have black hair. Why is this Snow White? She...
Fresh force for me. Ready, my men. I'm amassing an army to destroy the Queen.
I wish I could walk into a room and just do that.
No, Hugh. I shall marry Snow White.
What shall we do?
Yes, the Queen will likely grow suspicious if I do not appear.
Perhaps you go on and dine with the Queen, and I shall go from kingdom to kingdom to commit the army to a cause.
Good. It's a fine idea.
Do I trust him?
We must make sure they agree.
Our victory depends on...
All of a sudden... Okay, I guess he's trustworthy. I'm just overly suspicious. I'm not sure I would drink or eat anything there.
Perhaps going from town to town trying to amass an army against me?
Why?
I'm sorry, my lord.
She enchanted him?
It is necessary.
Did she enchant him?
This is treason!
What a terrible plot twist.
Unfortunately, I must keep you alive until after the wedding.
Don't look into her eyes.
He just said not to do that.
Yes. Together. Forever.
Oh, man. Is he stealing the thing?
Madam, what?
She had something here.
It's weird.
He's definitely acting. Did he steal the thing? No? If that's your army, they might actually have a chance.
If we are to die in battle, we die with honor.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you have to die. I've seen these types of movies before, and I'm pretty sure you're not gonna make it.
Are you alright, princess?
No, she just lost her boyfriend to her stepmom. Thor? No. I knew it.
That was a perfect kiss.
Dramatic slow music. Just slow motion as they walk toward trees. Oh, that's more than what I thought there were. Yeah, they shouldn't just be standing there.
Unleash the dogs.
They should be in the trees or something. Oh, I hate... There's more of them? Oh, I hate those guys.
Ready your weapons.
When did you learn to do that? Thank you. We can say thank you. Are they gonna turn themselves invisible and leave Snow White alone? Oh, they're gonna mess with the earthquake. See, now they're the good guys defending the flame. The prince killed one of them. Does that make the prince a bad guy? I don't know. I think they're all gonna make it out except Orlando. Oh yeah, why are they guarding the flame? They want to keep all the powers to themselves? Is that a good thing or is that being selfish? Man, you can't do anything. Snow White, why are you here? That's a lot of staring. Staring doesn't equal chemistry, okay? And you two don't have chemistry. I'm sorry, but you don't.
Thank you all for coming to my wedding.
You're really gonna do this?
Especially you, Storm.
You're really gonna have a wedding?
Dearly beloved, we are gathered all together to join
This is so silly.
and woman in holy matrimony.
I do.
He's gonna be Snow White's stepdad. Ooh, that's awkward.
I require and charge you both.
Oh no. Orlando, is this when you die?
You may not be lawfully joined together in matrimony, but whatever you convey to the care on this day forward.
Snow White, do something.
Partner's hand is all things true, an act of life surpassed only by its subsequent calling to arms.
Don't just stand there.
You? Yes. Me.
Are they gonna have a sword fight? You had your chance to just kill her. Oh! You know what? I take back everything I said. Please don't kill me. Oh, because they were all enchanted. So now they don't want to fight. I'm sorry you didn't have any lines in this. Okay, Snow White did one thing. It was a cool thing, but still. They better use their elven magic. There we go. I have no idea what they're doing, but I'm sure it's gonna work. Okay. I got my kiss. That counts. It like half counts. Okay. That's enough. I guess everything's okay. The flame is still there. I never saw his parents. We just assumed that they're still alive because he's a prince and not a king. Anyway, that ended rather abruptly. So she did kiss him when he was dying. But I'm not going to count that. He was supposed to kiss her when she was poisoned. Because that's how the story goes. And there wasn't any of that. So, Snow White staples. We had the evil queen in the magic mirror. We had poison, sort of. Not a poison apple, it was a poison ring. There wasn't any of the 7 dwarves, there were elves. There was a prince. Unrealistic romance expectations. There was singing-ish, humming. No befriending woodland creatures. No whistling while she worked. And she didn't have black hair.
Her hair is not black, it's raven.
So really the only thing that made the Snow White was the magic mirror and the queen. But she wasn't even really driven by jealousy from her beauty. It was more about the flame and the prophecy. Was Snow White the chosen one because she destroyed the queen? I don't know. The Snow White didn't really do a lot. Like, Snow White doesn't always do a lot, but it seemed like in this one they were setting her up to do something. And she never did. She came up with ideas that didn't work, and then she got captured a few times. Okay, now that I've had time to gather my thoughts, Let me tell you what I thought about this movie. First of all, if you haven't already guessed, this is definitely not a kid's movie, what with all of the seductions and beheadings and eatings and just general violence in general. Second of all, I didn't recognize this actress at first, but when I looked her up, she had been in things that I've seen before. She was in The Prince and Me, Nanny McPhee, Inkheart, an episode of Agatha Christie's Marples by the pricking of her thumbs. That's not as well known. I wasn't a fan of her acting in this movie, but my main criticisms of Snow White really has nothing to do with her. It has to do with the plot, and I'll get to that in a moment. This movie raised a lot of questions, like, was the green flame plot really necessary? Did it add anything to the story, really? If the queen can control men, why doesn't she try this with the prince at first? Why does she have the king killed? Why does she have a place where she can beat men up when she can just control them? And are we supposed to feel sorry for all of the soldiers that were killed when they were under her mind control? You know, like in the Avengers with Hawkeye and Bucky? I don't know, they tried something by adding this green flame thing. I don't think it worked, but I guess they tried to add something original. And I liked the characters of the prince and Orlando and the queen. But now we get to the main point and why I titled this video the way I titled it. And I say that this Snow White is anti-feminist. I'm not saying that she is preaching that women are not equal to men, all women belong in the kitchen, blah blah blah. I'm just saying that this character, as a woman and as the protagonist of this film, or she's supposed to be the protagonist of the film, it's named after her, she does next to nothing to show that not only women being equal, but being helpful or even useful at all. And I'll explain, but before I do, hey, I wrote books, and they're available on Amazon if you want to buy them. I'll put the link in the description. And if you like this channel where I talk about fairy tales and whatnot, please subscribe. Right now I have 8, and if I get 2 more, I'll have double digits. Anyway, back to Snow White. It's okay if you have the main protagonist be very passive at first and then learn to take a more proactive role and become more confident. I don't think that's really what happened here. She just did next to nothing. First of all, the prince notices her. Then he initiates conversation with her. Granted, it's by her dad's dead body, so not the best place, but whatever. Then she still doesn't seek him out. She finds him accidentally later. He invites her on a date to go walking. She agrees to go with him, but then the queen convinces her that she should go back to the convent, and she listens to the queen. Now, the elves credit her for saving the runt's life, or Hagthorn's life, which, by the way, Hagthorn isn't a real plant. They made up a plant for this movie. I don't think she really saved his life. Or if she did, the movie didn't do a good job of showing it. Hagthorn and the other elves see the guards coming, and they make themselves invisible, but Hagthorn's doesn't work, because he's only half-elf. The huntsman tells Snow White that they're going off the path. Snow White sees Hagthorn and insists that they stay on the path. That way they don't travel in his direction. Now, did she save his life? Well, we don't know that the guards were going to kill or harm Hagthorn. And really they indicated that they weren't even going to go off the path. He just said that to get her to turn around so he could stab her in the back. Now, in other adaptations, the huntsman decides not to kill Snow White. His conscience just doesn't allow him to do it, and I also like to think it's also because of Snow White's kindness. Maybe the huntsman knows about her or has observed her in the past. He sees her as a kind and loving person that he can't bring himself to kill. And in a way, it's Snow White's kindness that saves her life. Well, in this movie, it's not Snow White's kindness that saves her life. It's a giant reptile. The elves have to bring Snow White back home, where they give her medicine, because apparently now she also has a fever.
Her fever has broken.
When she wakes up, Hagthorn is grumpy because they left him to do all of the chores. Now, I would hope that Snow White would be thinking, oh wow, they saved my life. At least as far as I know, he saved my life. I really have nowhere else to be right now. The least I can do is help him with his chores. Other Snow Whites made themselves useful, but no, this one decides to leave and go somewhere, I don't know. Is she going to the convent, to the palace? She leaves. And when she does, oh look, she needs to be saved again. The prince has to distract the dogs and fight them. Then a giant lizard creature shows up and Snow White has to be told to back up slowly and run.
Slowly.
She couldn't even think of it herself. So the prince fights that. And the prince goes to find her, but he goes with a guard, so the elves don't trust them and say, oh, there's no human here. And they had tied Snow White up so she wouldn't say anything. Now, Snow White does come up with an idea later to go to the prince and ask for his help. And this seems like a pretty good idea, but I'm going to tell you right now, any idea that Snow White has doesn't work and just makes things worse. Hagthorn agrees to go with her, they sneak into the castle, but when she sees that the prince is talking to the queen, I guess she gets discouraged and they decide to leave. But they get chased by the queen's guards. Hagthorn tells Snow White to go, he stays behind to distract the guards, but then he gets caught. And Snow White runs home to tell them that now they're an elf short.
I am to blame.
Yes, you are.
The elves mention that they wish they had someone on the inside who knew what the queen was thinking, and Snow White comes up with another idea. She wants to talk to Isabella, who works with the queen and will be at the market. For some reason, they let Snow White go to the market, even though they know that the queen is looking for her. Maybe to help find Isabella, but they seem to be able to find her all right on their own. And apparently the elves don't have a hat big enough to hide her blonde hair. Really, couldn't they at least find a scarf or something? I mean, other people have blonde hair, but most people here have dark hair, and her hair is going to really stand out, especially when the queen is looking for her. You know what would have been better? If Snow White had decided to dye her hair black, or ask the elves to use their magic to dye her hair black. Then that actually becomes a unique spin on the story. It's not that she was born with hair black as night, but Snow White dyed her hair in order to try to hide from the queen, and thus the legend was born that she had black hair. But they don't do that. They find Isabella, but she's still too scared to help them. And then I get why Snow White would try on the poisonous ring because it looked like the prince's ring, but you're getting it from someone. Okay, I know you're not supposed to judge anyone by their looks, and I'm not saying she shouldn't talk to her because she's ugly, but there's something clearly wrong with the skin on her face. It doesn't look natural. She has a disease or something, it looks like. But anyway, I've already established that I'm too cynical to be a princess, so that might just be me. The elves have to find her and bring her back. The prince realizes that the queen and pretty much everyone else has been gaslighting him about Snow White, so he runs, takes off the poisonous ring, and wakes her up. And at this point you may think that Snow White is going to have a more pivotal role. Well, you just saw the movie, so you know that's really not true. The elves and the prince discuss what they are going to do with the queen, how they'll amass an army and attack her. And all that Snow White says in this scene is this.
The queen, she's ways of enchanting man into doing what she wants. As she did with my father.
Her spells will not work on me. I only have eyes for one.
That's it, she doesn't help them come up with any plan. Then the prince and Snow White talk. The prince says he will protect Snow White and that he loves her. She agrees to marry him, but she doesn't offer him any words of encouragement. She doesn't give him any tips or insight on how to defeat the queen. She doesn't even tell him that she loves him. That's really sad. Anyway, Isabella does decide to join them, but I don't know if that's because of Snow White talking to her the other day. If it was, the movie should have made that more clear. Then Orlando gives a speech to encourage them, and Snow White just listens. The prince gives a speech to the prisoners to encourage them after he escaped, and while Snow White is busy walking with the elves slowly and dramatically towards what just looks like a bunch of trees. Yeah, I get the fight is going to be in the forest, but it looks kind of silly when they're just walking towards trees. Okay, now the fight. Snow White shoots an arrow. Yay! She shoots another one at a creature, but oh no, it doesn't work and Orlando has to save her. And she nods her head and doesn't say thank you. She shoots another arrow and hits someone. Yay, she's helpful! Wow, she hits someone again? Okay, we can't have her being this helpful. She sees Hagthorn getting attacked and decides to run towards him instead of shooting anything. Gets caught and has to be saved by this other elf. Then she sees the prince is in danger, gets ready to shoot, but then, oh no, she's captured again. And now because the prince is injured and Snow White is captured, the elves surrender. And Snow White stands there while this weird wedding takes place. And she doesn't say anything. Like, I get that she really can't do anything, but it would have been nice if she had yelled and tried to interrupt somehow. Hagthorn, who is alright, attacks the guard holding Snow White. And finally, Snow White does something. But only because she is given a slight push towards the queen and a sword literally falls into her hands. She kills the queen, ending the curse that she has on all of the men, so now they're no longer mind-controlled. Snow White doesn't save the prince. The elves save them with their Hot Topic crystals. Snow White kisses the prince, but it's unclear if this actually helps with whatever they're doing. And that's it. She shot a few arrows and somehow at the end killed the queen. But most of the time she was more of a hindrance than a help. So this one didn't have dwarfs, it had elves, but I know that there's another movie that doesn't have dwarfs. And they don't have elves. They have something far, far worse. I should probably watch that next. So, stay tuned.